Every now and then, an indie title pops up on Steam that immediately grabs your attention with its premise. Even if the execution isn't quite all the way there yet, that's exactly the vibe I got when diving into SkyRen. There's a clear vision here, and you can see the foundational blocks of something that could be genuinely special. But as it stands right now, the experience is a bit of a mixed bag. It's a game bursting with raw potential, but it also is one that still has incredibly a long way to go.
Once I hit you with that bad space, you ain't coming back. No control on the reach, you give me space like that. Hit you with that bad space, you ain't coming back.
Let's start with the positives, because there is definitely promise in what the developers are trying to build. The first thing that stands out when you jump in is the map design. The maps are genuinely unique. They don't just feel generic, asset flipped arenas. There's a real sense of personality and intentionality behind the layouts. There's a ton of verticality and creative structural choices that make you want to explore and figure out the best routes. You can look at the environments and see massive potential for high-speed chases, tactical positionings, and really intense gameplay moments. Matching that environmental potential is a control scheme that is incredibly easy to pick up. You aren't going to spend the first 2 hours fighting the keyboard or controller, trying to memorize complex combos or convoluted inputs. Excuse me. The learning curve for the basic mechanics is practically non-existent, which is exactly what you want in a game that relies on quick positioning and environmental navigation. Anyone can jump into SkyRen and immediately understand how to move and interact with the world. However, once you start trying to push those easy controls to their limits, the rough edges show up. The core gameplay relies heavily on parkour, and unfortunately, the parkour elements feel a little sloppy right now. Momentum doesn't always carry over the way you expect it to, and clipping against ledges or missing jumps that feel like they should have connected happen a bit too often. The movement mechanics desperately need more fluidity, and a game that's traversing unique maps is a selling point. The act of moving needs to feel smooth, responsive, and satisfying. Right now, it feels, a bit rigid, like the characters fighting the physics engine rather than gliding through the environment. A bit of fine-tuning to the animation transition and physics weight would go a long way here. Side note I will like to say also is that the music is awesome. It has this almost anime-like intro and outro style of music, which is pretty awesome. But the biggest hurdle I ran into during my gameplay sessions wasn't even the movement, it was the player base. SkyRen clearly wants you to test your skills against other players, but unfortunately, the multiplayer side of things was a ghost town. I hopped on 2 different completely times hoping to catch peak hours, but no one was online to PvP. It's tough because you can see how the map design and the easy to learn controls are meant to feed into an engaging competitive loop, but without an active community or bots to fill the gaps, you're left exploring these massive, unique spaces entirely on your own. Ultimately, SkyRen is a project worth keeping an eye on, but it's just not done yet. The foundation is there. The map shows incredible promise, and the barrier to entry is low thanks to the accessible controls. But between the sloppy parkour and the empty matchmaking, it's clear the game needs more time in the oven. It's simply not ready yet for full release. If the devs can smooth out the movement fluidity and find a way to inject some life into the servers, this can turn into something great. For now, it's a diamond in the rough that still needs a lot of polishing. Let me know in the comments if you had a chance to check out the maps or even play the game yourself. But don't forget to hit that drop if this helps you. As always, guys, be kind, love one another, and don't be a dick. See ya.